should be working this time. I apologize, guys. Yeah, Life with Matthew. Don't trust that guy. He will always mess up your audio settings. So let's try this again. So John DeMarco was first. Professor Brainy Specs says last, but you know you're not. I'm sorry, Bradley was first. Then John. Then Professor Brainy Specs. Commodore Ty says take two. Hello again. Professor Brainy Specs says phase two. John DeMarco says greetings to everyone. Carlo is in the house. Says hope everyone is as well as can be. And hail Kuroga. All right, so here's the way it's going to work tonight. This is not going to be a super long. The audio's low, really. On my end, it shows that it's actually not, because, and I don't want to crank it up too much because then it'll start distorting. We'll see how it sounds when some of you guys start coming on. But let me check the live stream here. We'll see how it sounds when some of you guys... Yeah, when I listen to live stream, it sounds like it's coming out okay, but we'll see. All right, so we are going to play Jeopardy tonight, very similar to the way the Vile Mike does it. And in fact, so just so you know, yes, I'm ripping off Vile Mike, but Vile Mike is okay with it. And in fact, I talked to him about it because I'm using the exact same Jeopardy program that he uses. And so he's completely okay with it. He knows all about it. And the link to Vile Mike's channel is in the description. Check him out if you haven't already. And you can hang out with Vile Mike sometime. And it's buffering for you as well. That's because, again, looking at it on my computer, it looks like it's fine. Someone commented on the previous attempt that my image looks kind of fuzzy. There's a reason for that. It's because you're looking at me through StreamYard, not through my direct OBS camera. So it's a little bit lower quality camera, and it's zoomed in on me, so it gets a little fuzzy. Sorry, need to get a drink. Now, here's this basic setup for tonight's game. I've got a Jeopardy board already set up, and the first 5 people, no more and no less, will get into the game. So I'm about to put the link in there. There's 11 people watching right now, so if 5 of you want to play, great. If it takes a minute to get 5, we'll give them a minute. I just think 5 is a good number because then everybody should get an equal number of questions. I'll be honest with you. Some of these questions are pretty easy. Some of these questions are ridiculously difficult. And so, but all the questions, I didn't like pull them from some trivia site. They're all questions that I personally researched and put together. All right. So you ready for the link? Here it comes. And like I said, the first 5 people I will bring in and we'll talk for just a minute, and then we will get the game started. So let's see. We're waiting for the first couple of people to come in, and this is going to be, I think, fun. Wait till you see the categories. I worked very hard on these categories. Commodore Ty is first. Welcome, Commodore Ty.
Hello, hello.
How you doing, my friend?
All right.
All right, so waiting for a couple more players, and then once we have everybody on, then I'll explain the rules as I'm going to use them. They're a little different than Vile Mike's, not a lot different, but a little. And Positive Candor is going to be in the game. How you doing, Positive Candor?
Good.
A man of few words. Out for revenge after that May the 4th game. That was just crazy.
Oh, we all got our butts handed to us.
So that was... I do have to say, I'm very proud of the fact...
Depends on the questions.
What's that, Positive?
I said it really depends on the questions.
That's true. That's true. Well, yeah, and I think that, and I see you there, John. I'm bringing you in just a second. I think that the funny thing is, and the only thing I care about was that night was that I finished with 130 points, which is exactly 130 points more than Lore Reloaded finished with. So that's all I care about.
Yeah.
And John is in the house. How you doing, John? I assume that's John DeMarco, correct?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Not too bad, my friend. I'm glad you're with us. So another victim of Vile Mike's May the 4th. Or were you? No, you were. Were you in there? I thought.
No, I wasn't in there.
Okay.
What happened?
Well, no. I for some reason I thought John. I think it's because you were on the next live stream that I participated in, so I got a little
Okay.
confused. So, no, yes, of course, there's going to be some Star Trek questions, but they're not all Star Trek questions. So, I love that picture of the bridge that you've got there. It's from the exact opposite perspective as the picture of the bridge that I use. So, we're at opposite stations. So,
That's the one where I think when Scotty comes into the holodeck. So it looks
yeah,
like
that's what it looks like. It looks like the recreated 1701. All right, so we'll give
a more clear picture of it. But
we'll give people a couple more minutes, see if anybody else wants. If not, we can go with just 3, but I think it'll be more fun with 5. But 3
Professor,
will.
why doesn't he come up?
Huh?
Just saying, why doesn't the professor come up?
Yeah, Professor Brainy Specs. Come on, man. You're a smart dude. You should be on here.
Yeah, he's a trivia master.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he.
And I got
cool.
some good ones,
Yeah,
man. I
oh.
got some real good ones. Some of this stuff, like I said, really obscure. Some of it is
because
really obvious.
Only Darren Wagner knows type questions.
I do. That is a category.
Oh.
And I actually went back through me and Darren's Skype conversations to pull up little tidbits that he's mentioned. And some of it, like I said, incredibly obscure. I have total faith that there's at least 2 questions in Darren's category that none of you will be able to answer. So just say it, because unless you happen to go to his store, it's going to be difficult to know. You need that evil Kuroga Bird of Prey. Yeah, Bird of Prey 5. We're here. That would be awesome.
He's on Deej's stream.
He's on whose stream?
Deej.
Well,
Odyssey.
Tell him to come off of Deej's stream. He and
Well,
Deej can both come over here.
They're all playing Jackbox.
Oh wow!
Like, none of them. Like Deej started his stream just as I was starting my watch party.
How long has he been streaming then?
For over an hour now.
Well, then he should retire at this point. All right, so come on, Professor Brainy Specs. You haven't even answered. Where are you, buddy? I think he abandoned us or something.
Yeah. Daniel Hot Topics. Why don't you come up here? You know your stuff.
Daniel, we're doing Jeopardy here. We're not just having talk, and the link is just above you in the chat. So, and let's see.
You can still talk in between rounds.
Yes.
In between questions and stuff. So.
Well, I just say we're not having like the usual. Yeah.
I know that.
LDG is in the house. LD, come on, buddy. You should be up here.
LD trivia.
Come on. We're doing a full on Jeopardy game, LD. You don't want to miss this, Bacon.
Yeah. You always love to say how much you know. Here's your time to prove it.
Yeah, I'll put the link in one more time. In case you didn't see it, even though it's like just there, right there. Come on. Bunch of wusses out here. And LD's like, what's up now? Are you not listening? There he is. All right.
We're playing some...
What? Guys, I just came into the stream. I saw the title. What? What's going on?
Anti-JeopNerdy. We're going to play Jeopardy anti-tricker style. So that's...
Oh, this should be good.
Yes.
Oh, wait. He has Darren in his backstage.
Uh-oh.
No, he left. He left. I ran him off.
Darren, unfortunately, I love you, Darren, if you're listening, but you're disqualified from tonight's game because one of the categories is based entirely on you. And don't worry, nothing derogatory, I promise.
Is it called What's Better Than Flat?
No. It's things only Darren Wagner knows. That's the name of the category.
It's very simple, Daniel. It's just he gives us a question and we have to answer it. That's all.
Well, actually, I give you an answer and you got to give me a question. We are going by classic Jeopardy in that respect.
We're going by classic. Okay.
Yeah. So no, Thomas, movie night will be next week. And boy, I tell you, Matthew will suffer next week. Thomas, you can come up. You're a smart guy. Come on. We need one more player, just one more player, and we'll be all set. And in fact, let me move the chat over. And that way I can start to get you guys entered. Well, all we need is one more. So I'll assume we're going with 5. Go to start. All right. So player number 1 is Commodore Ty.
Thomas is not home yet, so he's probably on his like cell phone.
Yes.
Where are we? Is there a website we're supposed to go to?
No,
or-
no, it'll all be. You'll see it all on in Streamlabs or StreamYard.
All
sorry.
right.
All right.
Cool.
So team 2 is going to be Positive Candor. Can't spell. Put my fingers on the wrong keys, so I like totally random letters. So, all right. All right. Team. I didn't even. Yeah, I think I got it. Okay. Team 3 is John DeMarco. I'll just put John because that's what it says.
By the
on
way, hi
screen.
chat. What's going on, guys?
Team 4, and let's see, is going to be LDG Pickles. All right, and who is going to be Team 5? Come on, somebody. I really want, I think Professor Brainy Speck should come up here. That's really who it should be. But we'll see here. And so Thomas is rooting for John.
Thanks, Thomas.
Ah.
Come on, is there one more person brave enough to come to the backstage? I've got a spot open for you right now. I'm talking to you. I'm telling you, Professor Brainy Specs, I'm not going to let you live this down if you don't come up here. Of course, he's not answering, so I'm guessing that he's probably listening to multiple streams and has no idea that we've been talking about him.
Hell, I'm listening to multiple streams right now. God,
You guys
my ears.
can't make up your mind.
I'm on DJs. I'm on.
Well, do you see? Okay, so since you got all the streams up, LD, do you see Professor Brainy Specs at any of them? Because I'm trying to get his attention.
He's not in DJ's stream.
Okay.
If anyone in DJ stream wants to come in, come in.
He's not in the backstage.
Anyone in your backstage want to come up?
I don't. Yeah.
I got Tim and Krish. They're not. Yeah, Tim and Krish. So I doubt it.
Well,
What?
Tim maybe.
Yeah, Tim might.
I had Darren.
Yeah, but
Let me
Darren,
ask
Darren
him.
can't play today. You cannot invite Darren.
No, we ran
Oh wait,
Darren
we got
off
it. We got it.
by
Tim's
accident.
here. Hey, Tim.
You got it. Tell there's Tim. Okay.
Doubt it. You doubt me, really?
Dude, I didn't doubt you. You and him are watching those movies, and you guys seem to enjoy it. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Done with the fucking movies. Pardon my language.
They were pretty funny movies.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep it PG. But you'll be happy to know, Tim, that the F word is actually referenced in 2 of the answers. So, so you'll love that.
Oh wow.
Now,
In the question or in the answer?
Wait,
remember,
is
I give you the answer, you give me the question.
this the game show I
Oh.
scared Darren off with?
Yes. All right. So,
I gave LDG a great answer, and Darren like, okay, I can't be a part of this. I'm out.
all right. So here we go. You guys ready for the categories? We'll show you the categories, and I'll explain the rules, and then we will get into this. You guys ready?
Yep.
Ready?
All right. So the
Dude.
categories are things only Darren Wagner knows, potent quotables. Those are all quotes, not necessarily from Star Trek. The Final Frontier, Technobabble, Mystery Movie Night with Matthew. Those are all pertaining to movies that Matthew and I have watched on streams. And finally, I'm a doctor, not a fill in the breast. All right.
Ooh, I like that one.
Oh, I like it.
Yes. So.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Well,
You're
I will
already,
tell you,
way
I'm
ahead
a
of-
doctor, not a. Sounds like an easy category, but it gets really hard.
Did you just say fill in the breast?
No, I said fill in
Could
the
have
rest.
swore I heard you say fill
Okay.
in the breast.
Of
Oh
course you
God.
did. All right, so make sure you guys are in the right
Blame
order. So
Krish.
we got
It's Krish's
Ty,
fault.
Candor, John, Pickles, and Tim. All right, so basic rules apply, except that we don't have buzzers, so we can't buzz in. So what will happen is, and I'm sorry for bringing up that, I need to get the chat back on the screen so I can see it. All right, so as we go through, we'll start with Commodore Ty and go through the entire group. So the reason I wanted to get 5 people is we have 30 questions total. So each one of you will get a chance to
6
answer
questions.
6. Yeah. If you have the option, you have 15 seconds from the time that I finish reading the question to answer it. If you in that 15 seconds, you have 2 options. You can either try to answer the question or you can say pass. If you say pass, then the next person in line can try to answer it. And so if Commodore Ty passes, it goes to Candor. If Candor passes, it goes to John, etc. If you get it wrong, then Positive Candor or whoever will also get a shot at it. If you get it right, then you will get double the points. So if you answer the 100 question right, you get 200. If you miss the 100, you lose 100. If you pass it and you're the person receiving the pass and you answer it correctly, you get base value. So you get 100. You only get double points if it's your question. I stole that from Vile Mike. I love that idea.
Yeah, that's Vile's rules.
Yeah. However, the one thing that I'm doing significantly different from Vile Mike is the fact that you will not we will not be forgiving on the must answer in the form of a question. So if I say something like, this famous statue has 4 heads of the United States presidents carved into the side of a mountain, the correct response would be,
what is Mount Rushmore?
there you go. So since you are first up, let me see, I need to get a 15-second timer here. I wish I had a timer app handy. That would be really good, but I think I did.
It's at Windows, type in the word timer.
Oh, does Windows have one built in?
Windows has a built-in stopwatch.
No, this says alarms and clock.
Yeah, the alarms and clocks.
Okay.
And then go to timer, and then go to stopwatch or timer.
So
after it opens up, it's a secondary option after you open it up.
See
Don't
there.
argue with LDG on tech stuff. Just
All right.
Just so you know, we're not ignoring you,
100%
Thomas.
right, except when it comes to muting
Or at
himself.
least I'm
No,
not.
Thomas.
No, and honestly, the hardest thing here is that with the chat, it's gonna be hard for me to see what's going on, so I apologize, but I will try to check in on the chat, but make sure you highlight it. And Josh says Thomas has turned an evil Kurogan known as an O Prey 5. Definitely not. All right, so thank you LDG for the timer info. So we got it right. So we will get right into it. So Commodore Ty, pick your category and your amount.
The Final Frontier for 100.
All right, Final Frontier for 100. This person wrote, directed, and starred in what is infamously called the worst Star Trek film of all time.
Who is William Shatner?
Correct. Who is William Shatner? Now, that was probably the easiest question on the board, just so you know.
Star Trek 5.
All right. Well, the funny thing is, but now you would think, but no, not every question is about Star Trek 5 in that category. All right, so it moves down to Positive Candor. Pick a category and amount, please.
I'll stay with Final Frontier 200.
Final Frontier 200. Turnabout Intruder, one of the worst episodes of the original series, suggests that the enlightened, tolerant, evolved future of the Federation does not allow women to command a starship. So it comes as something of a surprise to discover that the story was written by this champion of social justice.
So who wrote Turnabout Intruder?
Yep, that's who wrote the story. 5 seconds.
Pass.
All right. So, all right, then it goes to John. You got 15 seconds.
Who is Gene Roddenberry?
That is correct, sir. So yes, Gene Roddenberry, actually the person who everybody gives credit for being the enlightened. Oh no, you just passed. You don't lose points on that. For being so enlightened, wrote one of the most sexist stories in all of Star Trek. Go figure. All right, so John, you get a chance to pull into the lead here. Name your category and amount.
I'll stick with Final Frontier for 300, please.
Ooh, man, you guys are just going down this one. All right. After a boring premiere, an embarrassing ripoff for a second episode, TNG decided to go for the trifecta of bad episodes with this, the most universally hated episode of all of TNG.
I'm going to say, what is Life with Matthew's favorite episode, Code of Honor?
Correct, sir. And yes, indeed, Life with Matthew does like that episode for some
Really? It wasn't Spock's brain? I'm shocked it wasn't Spock's brain.
That wasn't. As far as that was his favorite episode of.
No, I mean as far as universally hated episode.
Well, it's a universally hated episode of TNG.
Oh, TNG. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Wasn't looking.
I purposely, if you haven't figured it out yet, there's a pattern here. We're going through different generations of
Oh,
Trek
the
here.
Final Frontier is all the worst.
It's the worst of the worst. All right,
Like
so
you got Final Frontier, you got Turnabout Intruder, Code of Honor.
yep. All right, so Pickles. Oh wait, first of all, I forgot. I got to give it to.
So that's 600 to John.
Yes, thank you. All right, so John is way out in front. Good job.
Thank
All right,
you.
Pickles. Category and amount, please.
You're muted.
You got to.
You're
Come
muted.
on, LDG.
You're muted.
Sorry, I'm gonna go with.
Hit the mute right
I'm a
one.
doctor. I'm a doctor, not a blank and we're gonna go with 400 for the first time.
Ooh. He thinks he knows his doctors. Are you ready for this?
You got it.
Dragon Slayer. Who said it and what episode?
I'm a doctor, not a dragon slayer. Who said it in what episode?
Yep.
And this is does that count as whoa. Does that count
You went for the hard one.
does that count as I know this one. Does this count as 2 points or double points
some
or
require
I
two
have to get
answers.
both? Or,
Jeopardy does that all the time. You got to give me.
okay, do I get partial? Do I get
Did
partial
you see a
points?
double
Is
Jeopardy?
basically
Yeah,
what I'm
you're
asking.
wasting your
No,
seconds.
because, okay,
You got
it
10 seconds
it is the doctor. He doesn't have a name. It is the doctor from Voyager, and it was the episode with
And time
It was
is
the-
up. Oh, Pickles.
crap! Come on, man.
I'm sorry, Pickles. I can't.
You would
I
have
can't
failed
break
it
the
anyway.
rules.
Didn't
That's
say what
Morgan,
is.
Mike.
Okay,
You
Tim,
were working it out.
it?
I know you were working it out, but I can't give it to you. I gotta follow the rules, buddy. All right, so Tim, you want to go for this one? I'm a doctor, not a
Son of a
dragon
bitch.
slayer.
I don't know the episode. I'll pass.
All right, and so to Ty, you want to go for this one?
No, I'm passing.
I told you there's a few tough ones on here. Okay, Candor
Pass.
and John.
I'll pass. I don't know the episode.
All right, so it is the EMH from the
Bliss.
episode Bliss.
Bliss.
Fucking
It's
Bliss, I
forgettable
knew it.
episode. It's a forgettable episode.
I know.
Yes.
I just
Now,
know
I will
that
tell
this
you-
is not forgettable. It's like one of my best episodes in Voyager. What do you mean it's forgettable?
It's
So,
Voyager.
Just to fill you in, every
Episode.
single I'm a Doctor one is exactly like this. You will see the end of the I'm a Doctor line. You
Okay.
got give me who said it and what episode.
I didn't technically answer, so that technically was a pass, right?
No,
So
you
should I
didn't. You have
really
to say
lose points
pass
for that?
before the time's up.
It's still the same result, though.
Yeah, just like regular Jeopardy. If you run out of time, you run out of time, and that counts.
Well, there's
against-
you can't pass on regular Jeopardy.
True.
Blech.
That's something we added just
Stop right
because we can't do buzzers and stuff. So
Come on, give me a pass. Go collect 200 this once, please.
maybe
Can we
I'll-
have one game where I
We'll
don't
see.
start at negative multiple hundred points?
Pass.
Okay, please.
And Aravic throws a buck in. Thank you so much, Aravic. I really appreciate it. Tonight, we're just having some fun. LD is crying in his soup, but he'll be okay. I promise you will. And, all right, Tim. You're the one, LD, that went for the $400 question right off the
Oh
bat.
no! I'm
I had the answer though.
and I hope I get this because I'm gonna go for broke. Things only Darren Wagner knows for 500.
Oh, you
Whoa.
idiot. All right.
The one thing you can't. The
You'll
one
eat your
category
words
you
if I
can't
know what it
Google.
is.
All right. Here we go. This very odd-sounding brand of coffee comes from a town called Gays Mills in Crawford County, Wisconsin.
What? Oh my god!
There's gonna be a lot of passes in this
Coffee,
guy.
Yes, sir.
Coffee.
You're running out of time,
Oh,
Tim.
God. Can I Google it quick?
No, there is that would be no Google. 7
How
seconds,
do you
buddy.
Google that?
I'm gonna
5 seconds.
pass.
All right, pass. All right. All right, Commodore Ty.
Don't even have to ask. I'm passing.
It was worth
Kendor.
a shot.
Pass.
And John.
Pass.
Pickles.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know that I got Darren DMing me right now, but I'm not looking and don't know. And I'm gonna pass.
All right. The answer is Kickapoo Coffee, and there is a picture of the store sent to me
Oh
by
my
Darren
God,
himself.
I actually knew that. Oh.
How the
Now I
hell did
see
you
it.
know that?
I live in Wisconsin, you Nimrod.
Oh.
I live like 5 miles away from
And-
Darren.
Thomas says, "Please read my last comment." Thomas said
It
his
was,
last comment was Handstar has a buzzer thing that lets people. Oh, really? I'll have to
Yeah.
check that out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Thomas. I will check that out.
Yeah.
Assuming you guys like the Jeopardy format and we're going to keep doing it, then absolutely I will check that out. So I tried to warn you. There's a reason it's called Things Only Darren Wagner Knows. And so, all right. So we are back to Commodore Ty, who is
Okay.
in second place right now.
Mystery Movies Night with Matthew for 100.
All right. Amazingly, Matthew did not lose his Kurogan programming after seeing all 6 films in this franchise.
I watched them too. What is Sharknado?
Correct, sir. What is Sharknado? Very good, my friend. And see,
I
you see,
enjoyed
unlike on Vile Mike's Jeopardy, the questions actually do go from easy to really hard, as you can see. So if you do want to make easy money, go for the 100s. If you really think you know it, then pull a Pickles and go for broke.
My strategy is eliminating the big numbers so that nobody can get them. Maybe think something at the end.
All right, Candor, category and amount, please.
All right. Technobabble for 100.
Techno
Might as well
Babble
go
for. In the second generation of Trek, these 2 terms are used more than any other to explain almost anything.
In the second, these 2 terms.
So
Yes.
everything
Second
from
generation of
Next
Trek,
Gen
just
is
pause the timer for a second to clarify. Second generation Trek is TNG through Enterprise. So there are 2 terms that are used to explain almost everything technical. And what are those 2 terms? One of them you should know right off the top of your head because I say it all
Yeah,
the time.
one of them you should know right off the bat.
Yeah, it's the second one you got to think of now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pass.
All right, so he passes the ball to John. You ready?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm not sure about the second one, so I'm going to pass.
All right, to Pickles we go.
Okay, obviously I know one of them.
Right.
What is the second most used? I'd like to know where you reference this because this is actually interesting information.
Searching through scripts of Star Trek, actually. You have 5 seconds. 4, 3,
Quantum
2, 1.
and singularity.
Oh, so close, but no, my friend.
Then you didn't say what is.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't answer the question anyway, so even if you did get it right, I couldn't give it. Remember, you would say, what is?
You have to say what is? Oh,
Yes,
well,
this is Jeopardy.
Oh, come
I said
on.
it like 3 times. All right.
You're
Tim.
not paying attention to people playing the game?
Not paying attention to so. You know what?
I know that's what you do. All right. Tim, what do you got for me?
What is quantum and what is tetrion?
Ooh, judges? What do you say? All right, the judges say they're going to give it to
What
you,
did he
actually.
say?
He said quantum and tetrion. He's very close, and the judges have decided to give it to him. It is
No.
quantum and
Tachyon.
tachyon.
No, don't give it to me. It's not right.
Tetrion is an actual word.
All right,
They
so
use
in that case,
tetrion.
hold on, judges.
Come on.
All right,
I'm not taking
you're right.
it.
All right, so Tim, you lose the points. And
Yep, I'm not taking it.
all right, so very honorable of you,
Sorry,
Tim.
Tim.
No,
No,
it's
sorry,
all-
Tim.
I agree
Very
with
nice.
that. Not taking
Very
it.
nice, Tim.
Yeah, and LD, I took the points off for LD. So
I
all
was
right.
close. I was
You
close.
took plenty. You took plenty. No more off LDG anymore. You
Well-
took plenty.
Give the right question next time. All right, so
Ooh,
all right, so Tim, it is your turn.
Tim's?
Okay.
Well, that was LD's question that Tim tried to answer.
No, it was mine.
That was,
Oh, was it yours?
positive.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
My bad.
that was positives.
Okay, I apologize. So, John, it is your turn.
I'll
Keep
take
track of it, dude.
the final frontier for 400, please.
Final Frontier for 400. While DS9 does not have a lot of bad episodes, one does stand out since Life with Matthew says it's one of his favorites for some reason. Also, in my nightmares, I can still hear Bird of Prey 5 singing a little tune from this episode.
What is Move Along Home?
Very good, my friend. It is Move Along Home. All
Yeah.
right. John is building a massive lead, guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so LD, time to redeem yourself, buddy.
Can I take Can't Lose Any More Points for 500? I'll take Technobabble for 200, please.
All right, Technobabble for 200. You should get this one. You ready? Remember, answer in the form of a question.
What is? Yes.
Werner Karl Heisenberg was a German theoretical physicist and one of the key pioneers of quantum mechanics. His work from the early 20th century about the uncertainty principle gave rise to this piece of technology in Star Trek.
Crap.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2.
The transporter.
No.
What is the transporter?
It's not the transporter. I would give it to
Okay.
you because you've been struggling. I would give it to you if it was transporter. But you were on the right track, LD, but not quite. All right, so Tim, you gonna bury this one?
What is the Heisenberg compensator?
Correct, my friend. The Heisenberg compensator, which
Isn't that used in a transporter? Oh,
But it's not specific.
Oh, man.
Tim, congratulations.
But
You're
also
back in
using
positive
replicators.
territory now. Just in time
Yep.
to let's see. So that was Pickle's question. So Tim,
Ooh, I'm not negative.
your turn.
By the way, Eric said you need to reduce the size of the screen a little bit.
Reduce the size of which screen?
The screen on YouTube, because it's kind of cutting off everyone.
Let me see if I can. Let me bring up OBS. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Let me see. Sorry, it looks weird right now because this is OBS on the screen right now. And we need display capture. We'll just slide you guys over a little. Well, yeah.
Mine just,
We'll
reduce
cut me
it
off.
down.
That's okay.
Just reduce it down a little bit.
I can't. That's easier said than done. As far as the way, the way that the layout is on this. Let me see. If I move way over here, then I have to shrink it down a bit. And see. There we go.
Now we get the chat.
There we go. All right. Back to it.
Whose turn?
Yours, Tim.
Yours.
Mine. Okay. Let's do Technobabble for 500.
Wow, Dave, you are just insane.
Going for it.
And Josh, don't answer the questions in chat until after the round is done or after everybody's had a chance.
I can't see chat, so I'm good.
Yeah. But that does happen sometimes. Like, it's funny. I will tell you a true story. I was watching Lore Reloaded stream, and he was streaming while he was on that Jeopardy on May the 4th, and all of his people were trying to feed him the answers, and he still couldn't get it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Technobabble for 500. In this episode of Voyager, the EMH said, I was able to create a chronoton-infused serum that brought you back into temporal alignment. Anywhere else, that antidote would earn me a prestigious award. Of course, on Voyager, it's just another day in the life of underappreciated EMH.
So give the title of the episode.
Yep.
Oh,
I know this
that
one.
is the worst for me.
I
don't
so know this one.
Quiet, Pickles.
Stu. What is? I still know this one.
What is LDT's answer?
All right, Tim, you got 5 seconds.
Pass.
All right. Commodore Ty, you're going to take a stab at this one?
Nope, pass.
I so
Really?
suck at
Candor, you going to try it?
John knows it. I can see it in his eyes. He so knows this one.
It's Candor, it's on you, buddy.
What is shattered?
What is shattered? Very good.
Wow,
Positive
nice.
Candor.
Nicely done.
Just like my hopes in answering that one. Thank you, Positive.
That was that good. Because I told you some of these are tough. I'm impressed. I didn't think anybody would get that one.
Yeah, that's a
All
good
right.
one.
So, Ty, back to you, my friend.
The Final Frontier for 500.
All right, Final Frontier for 500. Talk about all sorts of crap, except there's a twist on this one.
Oh, great.
Okay, everyone knows that Threshold is the worst episode in all of Star Trek, but did you know it was followed by one of Voyager's best? In this episode, we get a stellar performance from a guest star, Lon Sunder, played by Brad Dourif, who was also in the acclaimed One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, as well as Lord of the Rings trilogy, and he was the voice of Chucky in the Child's Play films. So what is the episode that followed Threshold?
No clue. Pass.
Episode name.
Yep, we need an episode name. All right, Candor.
I came to the wrong game.
Pass.
All right, John.
Pass.
Pickles.
That is one of my favorite episodes. What is Meld?
Very
Called
good, Pickles. What
Thank
is
you.
Meld?
Yes. Thank
Nice.
you. God.
Congrats.
Oh.
And so, very good. That was actually it is a
Episode
very
two, by the
good
way.
episode of Voyager. So
That
this is one.
actor, I love that actor.
Yeah.
I wish they never killed him off. He could have gone for a whole nother season.
Yeah, Brad Dourif was the psycho killer that was on Voyager, and
Oh,
Tuvok
the
melded
Doran.
with him. And yeah,
Oh, was he also in Babylon 5 for a couple episodes?
I think he was actually.
He was in a lot
He
of
was in
stuff,
quite a few
yeah.
things. He's an expensive actor, though. I heard that's why he's like really top dollar.
well, look at
actor
his
in that-
pedigree. I
for
mean, he
him.
came from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You know. All right, so very good. Pickles finally gets a tough one right. Good job, my friend. And I think we are on. It's Positive Candor's turn, if I'm correct, right?
Yep.
All right, Positive Candor, pick your poison.
Go with the quotables for 100, I guess.
Potent quotables for 100.
Let's see what this one.
The word that is missing from the following quote from Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. Blank, I am your father.
What is no? I am your father.
Very good. Yes, indeed. What is no? I didn't play right there. Of course, a lot of people think that that is Luke, which is why it's generally commonly misquoted. But yes, no is the correct response. So, good job, Positive Candor.
Wow, that wasn't even a trick question.
Nope. No, there are some tougher ones in here. I ain't gonna lie. Some of them are hard. All right, so we are going to John. Pick your poison.
Like, what are quotables for 200?
Quotables for 200. Wow, did I hear that right? In the classic, in quotation films, Jennifer's Body, we get the great, in quotes, quote, "It smells like blank blank in here. Have you guys been effing?"
No clue. I'll pass.
All right. Pickles. You there, Pickles?
I think he went to the washroom.
LD, waiting on you, buddy.
Well, yeah, you have anything that says F you, you know, he's going to go to the bathroom.
He just does that, yeah. All right, so we'll come back to Pickles. We'll give him a chance if if everybody else passes. Tim, you got something for this one?
I got no pass. I have
right.
no clue.
Ty, you got something? I let Thomas says smells like Bird of Prey 5.
Nope, I passed on that.
Candor, you got anything?
Wait a minute. Is this a Star Trek quote or is this something else?
It's
No,
right there in front of
Body.
you. Read the
That's
question.
Jennifer's Body quote.
Jennifer's
No, I don't-
Body.
I know what it is.
Pass.
I know what
On
it
the
is.
movie, so
Damn
can't
it.
answer it.
All right. So Candor, did you say you're going to pass?
Pass.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I passed.
Pickles, are you there? All right. So nobody answered it.
Can I
It
try it
is.
again?
Well, it won't count. But what were you
Can I
thinking?
buzzer? Can I buzzer? Is it Team Spirit?
No.
Damn
It is Thai food. What is Thai food? Actual quote, horrible movie. All right. So,
Yeah, I don't either, Thomas.
Sorry, guys. I had someone at my door. Did I miss my question?
no, but you missed a chance to pick up on a pass, but you didn't miss your question.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. All right. So I think it's John's turn, right?
Might have actually got it. I don't know.
Yes, it's John's turn.
All right, John, pick your poison.
I picked the last one, actually.
Oh, okay.
so
So
WD.
Pickles, it is your turn now.
Okay. Oh, thank God. At least I didn't miss that. I'm gonna go for I'm a doctor, not a blank for 500.
You are insane.
Please.
All right.
Come
Ready?
on.
I'm
Yes.
a
Give it
doctor,
to me.
not a foot cut off by transporter.
Cut off by transporter.
He said he started to say the F word and was cut off by the transporter. You have 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5.
Pass.
4. All right. Okay, so
I have a
Tim.
feeling that's a TOS one. I bet.
Tim, what do you got for
So
me?
that's not
I don't
TOS.
remember that.
They use the
I don't
acronym
remember.
TOS so much.
10 seconds, Tim.
Pass.
All right.
Actually, I think I know where that is. but
Commodore
I'm not-
Ty.
Pass.
Candor.
That's Discovery.
Pass.
No, it is.
And John.
Pass.
All right. It is McCoy in Star Trek Beyond.
Oh, McCoy and
wow.
Bacon. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what
One of the
was- what
one of
was
the
he
many
saying?
reasons I hate that movie. All right. So
Do we know what the actual word was though? Like, did they ever?
he started to say
what
the
he-
F word and then he was cut off by the transporter. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that takes us to Tim. Pick your poison.
Mystery movie night with Matthew 500.
Man, you were just
500 's
insane.
over.
All right.
Yeah, man.
In the cult classic Plan 9 from Outer Space, this actor bears an uncanny resemblance to Bird O' Prey 5. 12, 11, 10.
Oh, pass.
Commodore Ty. The actor.
Who is Tor Johnson?
Wow, he gets it. Tor Johnson. And there he is right there. That is Tor
felt like
from
I handed
Plan
it
9. Good job, Commodore Ty. All right, so back to the board.
I think he's Googling it.
No, with Plan 9, you either know Plan 9 or you don't.
The only time I seen it was when you showed it, so it's
Yeah.
not fair to me.
Hey, it's all stuff. And I actually mentioned Tor Johnson and Bird of Prey 5 about 8,000
You did.
times that night.
Yes,
So,
you did.
All right. So who picked that one? That was you, Tim. So, Commodore, you're up.
Mystery movie night with Matthew for 200.
Mystery movie night for Matthew for 200. Only twice did Matthew and I enjoy a double feature so far on movie night. The first time we watched Sharknado 1 and 2. These two films, or the other time we watched these two films.
Oh, I know it's the Barbie movies, but I can't remember the name. So pass.
All right, pass for him. All right, so
You gotta know the
positive,
Barbie movie
positive candor.
Pass.
All right, John.
What are Barbie Rock and Royals and Barbie Dolphin Magic?
Holy crap, he remembers it.
Wow.
Oh,
John
one was my idea
increases
after all.
his lead. Good job, my friend.
Do you have those at home or something that you remember those?
No, I just knew
Yeah, but I discovered one of them. Fortune Matthew did it.
All right, so, yeah, and the funny thing, because Barbie Rocket Royals, you might remember, because Alexander was harassing me about that for months. But then the Dolphin Magic, if you know Matthew's affinity for dolphins, that's why you would remember that one. So, all right, so that takes us to positive candor. Pick your poison.
Might as well go Darren Wagner 400.
For 400 or 100?
4.
400. All right.
Ouch.
Oh,
Going
as
for,
well.
going for broke here.
You ready to pass?
No, not kidding. Darren sells this brand of whiskey that comes in a real gas can.
Dang. I think I've heard him mention it, but I forget. So pass.
All right, pass from him. All right, John.
Pass.
All right, LD.
I actually remember this one. It was what is if I'm gonna say it right, still house.
I'm asking the judges here on this one. Are you gonna give that to?
Still house. What is still house?
What is Stillhouse whiskey? Good job, my friend.
You know what? Having Darren in my backstage actually pays off because he retells a lot of stories.
He does. And, he does talk about this stuff a lot. So yes.
I had it at the tip of my tongue too, and I couldn't think of. LDG was ahead of me on that.
And again, this is a picture sent to me by Darren. All right. So good job on that one, LD. You're in positive territory now. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Finally.
Yes.
Damn, I'm losing bad.
All right, I believe, John, it is your pick.
I'll take Mystery Movie Night with Matthew for 300, please.
All right. On April 1st, 2021, Matthew thought we were going to watch this film, but I had other plans for him.
What is The Last Jedi?
Dang, man, you are on fire. That is correct.
It was Last Jedi. Yeah, I remember watching that and been like, what happened?
His confidence in this category is outstanding.
He's doing great, man.
Thank you.
All right, so that takes us to
torturing
you,
Matthew.
LD. The board is yours, my friend.
Is it back on me? All right. I might as well make use of Darren. I'm going to go with Darren for 300.
All right, Darren for 300.
Hopefully, it has something to do with Snickers bars.
Darren served aboard the Deprang SN674. The Deprang was a short-hulled version of this class of submarine.
I know this one.
10 seconds.
I've seen his thing, but I don't remember what he said.
5, 4, 3.
Pass. What is pass? Pass.
All right, Tim, you sounded pretty confident.
What is a sturgeon class?
What is a sturgeon class? And that, by the way, that
Sturgeon,
picture is the Deprang at launch in 1969. So
I asked him specifically.
Sturgeon. I actually knew that too. I remember him saying sturgeon.
I was curious because I pulled out my old
multiple times
submarine book I got from my graduation.
very good.
Sturgeon. Damn it.
All right, so Tim, it is your board.
Things only Darren Wagner knows for 200.
In 1986, John Byrne was given the task to reboot this hero in a new title that would later inspire the name of a film featuring the same character. 10 seconds.
I was just talking about this too.
5 seconds. 3,
Pass.
2. All right. Commodore Ty.
Pass.
Positive Candor.
Pass.
John.
Pass.
I remember the
And
comment.
Pickles.
That's the sad part.
I think I know what it is, but I don't want to lose points. So pass.
All right. In just a second, we got a
Joe_Biden $1.
Joe Biden
What
donated
is
$1.
Matthew Tazabat Shawshanks? Where
He
is the
probably
next
knows.
the anti-tracker? That's quite a beard you have there, man. Number 22.
Thank you, Joe Biden. We're going to get some Matthew Shortshanks in the next few days, I promise. I'm sorry I couldn't do it today. I will tell you, I woke up in a lot of pain and I couldn't stream. I wanted to, but I just couldn't do it. But the answer to that question is John Byrne, and I love this comic book. I have it in my collection. Man of Steel is
Superman.
the name of the book, and it was Superman, yes.
God dang it.
Damn it.
Was Superman?
It was Superman.
Yes, it was Superman.
This is the cover of Man of Steel number
damn it.
1. There are actually 2 alternate covers. I have both of them, and yeah, I love the John Byrne reboot. Absolutely love it.
Darren was talking about this like I swear to God a week and a half ago.
Darren and I have talked about this
Yeah,
several
too.
times on my streams.
Yeah.
All right,
Damn it.
so whose question was that? That was that
That
Tim?
was me.
That was Tim's question. All right,
I think
so
that was
Commodore Ty, you are up.
Okay, let's finish off the mystery movie night with Matthew.
Mystery Movie Night with Matthew for 400. On April 1st, 2021, this is the film we actually watched.
Okay. What is Godzilla versus Mechalon?
Very good. Godzilla versus Megalon. One of the cheesiest Godzilla movies of all time.
I enjoyed it.
I love that movie, but it is ridiculously cheesy. I mean, they're fighting like a cage match. It's and signing to each other, and yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, because I said you guys should watch Godzilla versus the Smog Monster.
All right. Positive Candor, you are up, my friend.
Go with Technobabble 300.
All right. While we all know that as time goes on, technology tends to get smaller, this one got many times bigger, changed names, and replaced another equally important system that somehow is still on ships but now smaller. Quantum.
Well, yeah, quantum.
It's a tough one, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, yeah, pass then.
All right, pass. All right, John, you got something for this one?
Nope, I'll pass.
All right, Pickles, you got something?
Sorry, I missed a question. While we all know that as time goes, technology tends to get smaller. This is one that got many times bigger, changed names, and replaced another equally as important systems that somehow is still on ships but somehow smaller. Quantum, a
Yes.
technology that got bigger in
It's
Star Trek, in
yes.
all of them.
If you go from the original to later generations, it got much, much bigger. And you have 3 seconds. 2, 1.
What is pass? God dang it! You gotta give me time to read. We should have a read.
You should pay
so we don't lose
attention.
time.
You were.
I
Actually,
am.
LD, I gave you extra time because your time ran out while you were
Okay.
reading the question.
Okay. I mean, there was like a paragraph and a half question.
I know, it's
Sorry.
a long one.
My
All right,
bad.
Tim, you got anything for this one? You there, Tim?
Technology that got
I'm
bigger.
thinking. Time me out. No, don't time me out.
You-
Time him out! Time him out!
Pass. God
All
damn
right.
it.
Commodore Ty.
Pass.
Is that everybody? Or this was
I'm gonna kick myself for
was
not
this
knowing
Candor's question? I forgot.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I do a shameless guess that won't let me lose
Yeah, sure.
points?
It won't matter at this point.
What is the coil spanner? I have no
Coil
fucking
spanner?
clue.
No, sir.
No
That's
clue.
fixing your genres there, buddy.
You're going to hate yourself in a second. It is, what is the deflector dish or deflectors? In the original series, there was no deflector dish. That dish was the
the
main
little
sensor of the ship.
Side.
Yeah, deflectors were small nodules around that dish. And so for some reason, then the dish became the deflector in TNG. All right, back to the board we go, and that means we are back to John.
I'll take I'm a doctor, not a blank for 100, please.
Bricklayer.
Who is Dr. McCoy in Devil in the Dark?
Very good. McCoy from Devil in the Dark. And John is just cleaning up the place.
God, I don't know episode names. I'd fail 90%.
Yeah, he is. Where are you on actual JeopNerdy, John? You need a
He's
clean house.
crushing. All right, so Pickles, your turn.
I will go with I'm a doctor, not a 300.
Historian.
That sounds like Voyager again. That sounds like shit. The EMH. No, what is pass? I don't remember the name.
Tim. Tim, you there? Your timer's going.
Pass.
All right, Ty.
Who is Dr. Julian Bashir in the episode Trials and Tribulations?
There it is.
Ah,
Very
you're
good,
right.
Ty.
How do you
Love
get
the
that out of
episode.
just
Love that
historian?
No, he's right.
That's the only time it was set because they were in the 23rd
Yeah.
century and they were asking
They were
a
in the
question about
23rd.
23rd
It
century
was just
tech.
after he's
Yep.
like asking Miles and Cisco why they were wearing different uniforms.
Different color
Yep.
What was the
uniforms.
topic
Yep.
again? I mean, the category?
I'm a doctor, not a. blank was the category. All right, so let's see. Whose question was that?
I was thinking
That was
something.
Pickles, right? That was your question, right? LD?
Yes, that was mine.
All right,
That was
Tim,
mine.
you're bored.
Shit. Potent quotables for 500.
Ooh, you just went for all the 500s. You really did. All right. Potent quotables for 500.
No, I didn't get one.
This film contains the memorable line, "We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives." You there,
Pass.
Tim? All right. Commodore Ty.
Pass on it.
Positive Candor.
Pass.
LD.
I'll pass, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry, John.
It's
John.
it's John.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. So John passed. Now you, LD.
He just figured you'd get it, so he skipped.
It just skipped right
Yeah,
over
you're too
him,
far
right?
ahead. All right, come on, LD. Stop stalling.
Oh,
I think that was beyond. I pass. Go ahead.
All right, so the answer was Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Oh.
That was in the very beginning of that film. The great Griswold tells us about the future and then talks about what happened in the future.
I knew I was going to.
Oh.
I missed part of that dream.
Because I remember
Okay.
that. Too.
Yep.
I showed that to my friend, and he looked at like, "What the fuck?"
Yep.
Okay.
All right, that was Tim. So back to you, Commodore Ty.
I'm a doctor, not a for 200.
Mechanic.
Oh, crap. I forget this. So I'm passing.
All right, pass to Candor.
Pass.
And John.
What is Dr. McCoy and the Doomsday Machine?
Bam! John is on fire tonight.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot that line. It's my
Yeah.
favorite episode.
He said,
Okay, well,
Bones, you ever
that's
hear of a
pretty
doomsday
cool.
machine? No, I'm a doctor, not a mechanic. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Positive Candor, what do you got for me?
Might as well go Technobabble 400.
Technobabble for 400. This was the original name that Gene Roddenberry wanted to give the handheld weapons on Star Trek before the creation of the term phasers, which of course was just a way to avoid using the old trope of lasers. This is a deep cut one, man. There's only one place I know of where you can get this one. 5 seconds.
Pass.
Right. John.
Pass.
LD. You there, LD?
Yes, I'm here. Pass.
All right, Tim.
I have a conundrum on this one because they called the hand in the.
It's
cage,
not what it was never called it on screen. It's only what Gene wanted it to be.
Are you sure?
Yep. I've seen the video of him saying it.
I'm just pass.
And finally, Commodore Ty.
I'm passing.
All right. He wanted to call them, no joke here, zap guns.
Oh.
And yes, he actually does say that in an interview. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't. I was gonna say in the show, in the cage.
Right, in the cage, they were
Were they-
lasers. They were lasers in the cage, but yeah.
Yeah,
I was
they
gonna say in the
Thor
cage.
might have good against
they're like,
lasers, but we can
Yeah.
put the whole ship's power towards it.
yeah, that's the
Enough to
scene I
blow
was
up a half
thinking
a
of.
continent.
Yeah, he when he was pitching the whole wagon trains to the stars thing, he was telling the execs that he was going to use zap guns, not 6-shooters. All right, so we are now on John. Your final question of the night. What's it going to be?
I'll take quotables for 300, please.
All righty. The word missing from this quote from Jaws: blank going to need a bigger boat.
What is we are going to need a bigger boat?
Wrong. And so LD, blank, we're going to need a bigger boat, and it's not we're. That's what everybody says when they quote that line, but that's not what it is.
We're gonna need a bigger boat. They're gonna need a bigger boat. It's gonna need a bigger boat.
5 seconds.
Pass.
All right. Tim.
The contraction of he's. What is he's? He's gonna need a bigger boat.
That is incorrect, Tim.
Damn.
All right, Commodore Ty.
What is you're gonna need a bigger boat?
Yes, it is. You're going to need a bigger boat. Pickles, you said it. You just didn't guess it, man.
I know. Damn it.
You put it in a lie.
Son of a.
And everybody does say. Everybody says we're going to need a bigger boat. That's what people.
Because they're talking about because they try to pretend they're in the situation. Like,
so Commodore Ty, with that, you just pulled into the lead, buddy. So it's neck and neck, though.
Peters.
All right, so now that takes us to Pickles. You get the next pick.
I'm gonna go with, and my computer's beeping like crazy. I'm gonna go with potent quotables for the remaining 400.
All right, here it is. Everyone remembers what happened in Apollo 13, and in the Tom Hanks film, we can all remember that classic line, Houston, blank, blank, a problem.
Come on, LD. We know you.
This is so effing easy. I'm afraid I don't. This is a trick question.
It's not a trick question. It's a quote.
I swear to God, if I get this wrong, I am going to
5 seconds.
What is Houston? We have a problem.
That is incorrect.
I'm done. Chuck, please. I'm out. Peace.
Tim, it's on you, buddy.
Pass, because I
know. It's one of those things. It's like the Mandela thing, right? Everybody thinks it's that. All right, Commodore Ty.
Is it?
Oh,
don't say anything.
Smack.
It's Commodore Ty.
Son of a.
Can I answer? Is it Houston? We've had a problem.
It is Houston. We've had a problem. That is the actual quote. We've had
had a
tense.
problem because he does it after the problem happens. Past tense.
So Commodore Ty increases his lead. Insane the way this game went. All right, final question.
You know, that's technically incorrect because the problem was still valid.
That doesn't matter. That's the LD. That's the quote from the movie.
I know. I'm making a joke.
All right, Tim. While actually a product of Tennessee, due to high demand, Darren stocks this delicious adult beverage in his store, and that is Darren in his store.
Lovely.
Well, that's not fair because he's got a lot of products.
Yeah. Well, think of something from Tennessee that was in high demand, and he's mentioned.
Can't even
on
like
live stream,
see it. It's so small. We actually had a product in Tennessee due to high demand.
5 seconds, Tim.
This delicious.
Pass. The sad thing is, I know what it is. I just don't know the name of it.
Commodore Ty.
Oh, I want to say it, but I don't want to lose, so I'm passing.
Positive candor.
Yeah, pass. I don't know.
John.
This is just a guess. What is Jim Beam?
That is not correct. I know you were going for the desperation
I know what
move
it
there.
is, too, but I just
And
don't know
LD, you get the final shot at it.
Pretty sure it's alcohol. I
said
don't know.
adult
It's like
beverage in the question, so yes.
Well, adult beverage could, yeah. Pass. I don't know.
All right. The answer is Old Smoky Moonshine.
Yeah.
Moonshine.
And that is the Old Smoky shelf in his store.
God dang it.
He's gonna hurt. Like Darren's just gonna smack us all one for not getting any of these rates.
I told you nobody was going to get the Darren question. That's why it's called Things Only Darren Wagner Knows.
Commodore Ty, you don't understand. I'm going to take the most heat because I live in the same area, and I've listened to him the most. Well, maybe the next time.
Have you been to his store yet, Tim?
No, I haven't. I don't go out to the Dells that often. I'm not. I don't travel very often. But I'm gonna cry.
And I'll tell you, I
You're
do
gonna
love
cry.
Old Smoky Moonshine. That is good stuff. So
Oh,
final
wow.
score: Commodore Ty runs away with it with
Sorry,
2,700.
Darren.
John
sorry.
comes in at a respectable second at 2,000. Positive Candor, a decent third at 700. Tim Christ at 100, and LDG. I'm so sorry, buddy.
I'm
Negative,
not negative. That's
negative
all I'm
200 for LD.
My strategy worked. I didn't go negative.
So I
Yeah, I
hope
got
you
a
guys
couple
had fun
answers.
with this. That was the whole point, was just to
That
have
was
some fun tonight.
That was good.
And
I
so,
enjoyed it.
and as far as those of you watching right now, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I see a lot of you, and I'm sorry for not reading all the chat, but obviously not that kind of a live stream. So
England knew it.
here's my
England
plan.
knew it.
Assuming, and now the cat is attacking my chair. Assuming that you guys enjoy this format, and Thomas, the reason only one round is I honestly, that's all I had ready for tonight. I wanted to do more, but that's all I had available. But assuming you guys enjoyed that, here's my plan moving forward: is that on every other Friday night, me and Life with Matthew do our movie nights with Matthew, and so on the alternating Fridays, we'll do this. And so that means that if you watch us on Matthew, on like next week, Matthew and I are going to be watching a horrendous movie. I will tell you, it is really, really bad. I mean, really, really bad. And I'm going to, just for fun, each week there will be a category based on movie nights with Matthew. So there will definitely be questions about the movie from the previous week.
Oh, wow.
So, but yeah, this one, honestly, the worst sci-fi movie I've ever seen in my life. And it is. Oh no! Wait till you see it. Assuming you join us for the live stream, Tim, it's mind-blowingly bad. And I will tell you, just to give you kind of an idea, it was made on a budget of $500.
Wow.
Was it made by like Red Letter Media or something?
No, it's
pretty bad.
It's like it was made in I think the 80s as a direct-to-video movie. And it was, it's so bad. It had very early digital effects as well as some practical effects, both of which equally suck. And yeah, it's really bad. So anyway, so next week we'll be watching that. The following week we'll do Jeopardy again, but I promise you we'll have more than one round so that more people can participate next time. And in fact, one thing I was thinking of, and you guys tell me what you think, of doing like a tournament style, like May the 4th was. So if we do like 2 or 3 rounds, like say if we did 3 rounds, then we would do a round with the winner of each of those 3 rounds in a 4th round.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I think that'll be fun. And no, it's not Fantastic Four. Even though
That sounds good.
The bad Fantastic Four movie is horrendously bad, but this is worse. Trust me.
Oh, are you going to do the Fantastic Four one day for Matthew?
You mean the Corman one?
Fan Four Stick.
Oh, Fan Four Stick. Ooh, I don't know if he's seen it. If he hasn't seen it, then maybe. Because I always want it to be movies that he has not seen. And so one thing I'm doing is putting together a list of movies to send him, and so he can tell me which ones he has not seen, so that I can put them in the list.
Add in there. You got to add all the Fantastic Fours on, just in case.
So yeah, they're all pretty bad. But Fan Four Stick is the worst. Anyway, but
There
thank
was
you
one
guys.
of the 90s made.
Huh?
Wasn't there one made in like the 90s?
That's the Corman film. That's yeah.
I don't
It's
think you've seen that one.
yeah. The visual. I mean, Human Torch literally looks like a cartoon. The funny thing about the Thing, the suit actually was not that bad, but the face looked like it was from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And so that was yeah. The Tim Story Fantastic Four movies, I thought Ben and Johnny were good, but Reed and Sue were awful. So it was kind of a mixed bag. And of course, Fan Four Stick was just an insult. I'm really looking forward to seeing whatever they do with Fantastic Four in the MCU.
They could be trolling us, and just that advertisement could just be Captain America 4.
It could be, or it could be because it's Marvel Phase 4, but that 4 is the Fantastic Four 4. So I think they're going to be, I think at the end of Phase 4, they're going to surprise us with an FF movie. And, you know, Marvel's really good with misdirection on that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, they could use that to bring in 2024.
right. That would be, 2024 would be the year to do it.
Fantastic Four 2024. And
On
Phase 4.
April 4th, I think someone said that, you know.
Yeah.
I would do April 4, 24. That's how you do it.
And that's how you end phase 4.
Right.
I'm not going to hold my breath on that. I don't.
Yeah, they're already screwing up. Wait, they don't have misdirection. They have no direction.
Oh, shut up, LD. Hi, Auntie. How you doing? You can almost be seen on camera right now, but not quite. Yeah. You can see her.
Especially now that we're gonna.
She was there for a second.
Whoop.
And she's running around to this side. No, where are you going, Auntie?
Well, Loki should be good.
I still
Over
can't
here.
wait to see how we're gonna get Doctor Strange with no Doctor Strange.
LD, why do you think that Doctor Strange isn't going to be in Doctor Strange?
Because they've already announced that they're taking.
Because they announced it.
Screen time.
They said
Mr.
Benedict
Beautiful
Cumberbatch is
Feige.
not going to be in Doctor Strange. That's what they said.
They're taking his name.
No, that's what Feige said.
Yeah,
This is
Feige
right out of the mouth of
taking the name
Feige.
out of the title, and they're going to reduce his screen time.
Well, reduce is
Yeah.
not remove. And what are they changing the title to?
They're just gonna. It's just going to be the
Multiverse of Madness.
Well, we'll see. But you know what? The thing about Marvel is, honestly, I know everybody's like thinking about how they've screwed up past tense on stuff that hasn't been released, and until I see the movie, I don't care what the rumors are. I don't care what people say. Show me the movie, and then I'll make my judgment.
That's good. I agree with you on that, but I'm going off what they already screwed up. Like, I don't know, WandaVision.
WandaVision was awesome.
They did
You're
not
the
show
only
the
person that really hated it.
Is a piece of crap.
WandaVision is awesome.
LD, the only reason you hate WandaVision is because they didn't do what you wanted them to do. And that's why, and I warned you about it. I kept saying you were getting too invested in your Mephisto stuff. You were too into that idea.
Go ahead.
That you swore you had it all figured out. And then when didn't turn out that way, you thought, oh, this sucks. And it didn't suck.
It's
it
funny
just
how
didn't...
you all say the same thing. WandaVision broke its own canon. It had complete misdirection. It had trolling from the production team, lies directly told to us.
First of all, Marvel has been lying since phase 1.
Even Feige said,
the time.
Even Feige said he written out Doctor Strange from WandaVision. He was supposed to be in it. One of my theories was actually effing correct until he written out
the
damn character.
First of all, who knows what happened there? Maybe Benedict Cumberbatch decided he doesn't want to be a part of the MCU. That could be part of the problem. We don't know. But I don't care. What I care about is the final product, and the final product of WandaVision was a solid show. But unlike you, I wasn't insanely invested in having the ending figured out by episode 2.
I love you, but you cannot stand by the mistakes they made, the production mistakes they made in the WandaVision. I'm sorry. And if you and I sat down and actually went through the mistakes, I would love to hear what you would have to say about it.
When you talk about mistakes, most of the time, I'm sure you're talking about the fact that, like, in one episode they showed one edit of something, and another episode they showed a different edit of the same thing.
That's one thing.
And well, first of all,
one thing.
What about every movie ever that does that? For
example, give a shit about every other movie.
Well, no, but you're making it sound like it's this big, huge thing. I don't hear you whining about Encounter at Farpoint. They did that in Encounter at Farpoint.
Look, they didn't do it in The Matrix. There are plenty of movies that they actually.
I know you think The Matrix is
perfect.
Their I'm sorry, but the Matrix sequels fall apart completely. The Matrix violates its own canon. But you want to sit there and say that WandaVision was
Look at that can of worms or any trucker.
I know. LD worships at the Wachowski brothers or Wachowski siblings or whatever the hell they are. The Wachowskis. He worships at their altar and thinks they're geniuses. I don't. I think The Matrix was a typical martial arts film that they threw in the sci-fi element and then dumped a bunch of philosophy on top, and it happened to gel perfectly. And then when they made the sequels, they didn't know what they were doing, so they just kind of threw something together. Now, the sequels were not horrible, but they also, there's a reason that most people go, yeah, I love the first one. The others are okay. And some people flat out hate Matrix Revolutions because it just ends up with a fight between two invincible superheroes in a digital world that nobody cares about. And
inside a digital world that nobody knew about. Yeah.
Nobody cares about. The audience, I mean, because if you have a world that's entirely being run by Smith, he's already, and everybody in the world doesn't even know what's going on, and Smith and Neo fight this out, and it's obvious CG is obvious, and it's just whatever. It's okay. It's not, but it's not earth-shatteringly good. It's just okay.
Oh, I love the lobster, Tim. By the way, very nice, very nice touch.
That's just for you.
Yeah, very nice touch. Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about, but
WandaVision, where the first 7 episodes didn't mean jack shit.
Yes,
Well,
they did.
they absolutely did. It's a little thing, LD, called character development. And there's a lot of that in WandaVision, and very well done. And in fact, what's interesting is when you realize that Vision was just which, for people that understood the whole MCU, was kind of obvious. But the fact that Vision was simply a projection of Wanda, then it made more sense, some of his choices. But she made him a little too well.
Okay.
Because she knows him a little too well. So he started investigating things that he shouldn't have.
So let's think about this. All the character development that Vision had went out the window the second he died.
No.
No, it didn't.
Yes.
Because he was copied into blank Vision.
No, he was not copied. He wasn't copied anywhere. You were assuming that. All he did was unlock the memories of the original Vision, and he specifically said it.
And Multi-Gunman, I didn't say the Matrix trilogy was crap. I said it's okay. I think that the original Matrix was great. I think that Matrix Reloaded was okay, and I think Matrix Revolutions was okay. I don't hate them. I like them, but they're not my favorite movies.
That's fine.
No, I'm just saying Multi-Gunman thought that I was saying the Matrix trilogy was just crap. I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay. No. WandaVision was crap. No, but yeah,
I don't think WandaVision
Matrix was good.
I think WandaVision was actually a really solid show. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier was a solid show. I'm looking forward to Loki. I'm looking forward to what's the other one they're doing on Disney Plus? That's on its way this year.
What if?
Yeah, what if I'm really
series?
looking forward to. Thomas thinks the Matrix is a big pile of crap. So I think that people that are screaming MCU and all this stuff, I'm sorry, but so far I'm seeing good stories. And if we're going to, and as a fan community, if we're going to stick to the mantra that we've had for years, saying it's not about the race or the gender or any of that, it's about good stories, well, then stop bitching about the fact that there are strong black or strong female or whatever. I'm not saying you're doing this, Pickles. I'm just saying some people are out there doing it.
No, I know I'm not.
Like every time they see a strong woman on screen, they scream woke, 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 woke. Look, whether the main character is male or female is irrelevant. Is it a good story? And I think WandaVision
Winter Soldier did kind of like hang a light on race, though, like specifically.
That was a topic dealt with in the story, but you know what? It was not. You're not talking about Last Jedi. It's not where an agenda drove the show. It was something that Falcon was dealing with as a black man in the real world deals with. And I actually like the fact that they didn't hit you over the top with. It's not like when the police officer showed up and started accusing Sam. It's not like the cop pulled out his nightstick and started beating the crap out of him, right? That would have been over the top and
a lot more real life. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that would have been too over the top. 99% of the time when police show up, they don't just start beating the crap out of people. However, they do tend to suspect people of color before white people, and that's just the way that it works. And they showed that, but the cop wasn't evil. He made a bad judgment call. The banker wasn't evil. He just, what? They
could have done a better job with that instead of because I'm tired of people talking about race and then coming back to race. Okay, if we're all about forgetting about not being racist, and why do we keep going back to race? We'll never get off of it. If
there's a difference
between, I'll say this. Let me just say this. If I would have done it, I would have showed discrimination, not because of his color, but that he was perceived as trying to be the next Captain America without powers. That's how I would have done it.
I understand that. But you know what?
People looking at him saying, you can't be Captain America because you're not super. You haven't taken the serum. You don't have any special powers. That would have been awesome.
LD. I will tell you straight up that every black person I know, including Mrs. Anti-Tracker, really appreciated the fact that they dealt with it in a way that a lot of black people can understand and resonate with. The lines that what's his name, Isaiah said about how they're never gonna, they're never gonna give the shield to a black man, and no self-respecting black man should take the shield, is the attitude that a lot of black people in this country have. If Captain America were real, they would all be saying the exact same thing he did. And guess what? Sam went against that and said that, you know what? You're right. A lot of people don't want me to have the shield, and I'm going to take it anyway. And I'm going to show them that
I'd give you that. I'd give you that, but I thought it was very insultful that they pointed it, Isaiah pointed it at the shield itself. It wasn't the shield that was racist. It was the people who had control.
That's because you don't understand the black experience. Then I will tell you.
America
no, let me tell you. Let me tell you,
racism.
LD. Let me tell you, and this is Mrs. Antricker and I have had this conversation 1,000 times over. Is that it's not that like the United States flag is not in and of itself racist. It's just a piece of cloth with colors on it. However, to a lot of black people in this country, that flag stands for slavery and oppression and 200 years of injustice that was never fully corrected. That's what a lot of black people in this country see when they see that flag. And so for a black man like Sam to put on the Stars and Stripes costume and hold that shield is a big deal. And I think they dealt with it well. And I don't think that it was a purely agenda-driven show. I think that was an element.
I'll agree with that.
And so I don't
agree with
mind
that. It was an element,
right? And having that as an element is different than just having the entire show be race.
And I agree with that. Right. But I look at the flag today and I see all the injustice that's happening right now. Mm-hmm. Okay, I see slavery as a chapter done past.
It's easy to do that when you're not the person that was enslaved.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. There's discrimination right now.
Can I
okay, that's just as bad. That needs to be addressed. That's why I think they should have went a different direction to say, there's a lot more injustice, not just the race thing going on right now. There are people getting shot and killed and not being able to eat because of outside of the bounds of their color of their skin.
Can I inject something a little bit here? I have my manager. She's black and Cherokee, and she also studies a lot of history. Now, our country, yes, we had a lot of slavery for a good amount of time, but the way our Constitution was created, it was created so that it could be combated,
right,
from the very beginning. And the problem we had was that we had a lot of politicians that didn't want to combat it. And
because the South's economy depended on slavery.
That's not just the South, but
the economy of the South absolutely did.
There was still a division that combated it, and that was the issue. That's why it lasted for so long. But the inherent doctrine of the country was designed to combat and try and fight against that.
Oh, sure. I'm not suggesting otherwise. I think the Constitution was designed to eventually put an end to slavery. And I actually really do like that. I think that the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence were put out to try and make things a just world. However, it took a substantial amount of time from the ratification of those documents to any kind of legal equality in this country.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that is a problem we have. But the issue I have, and my manager also has, is that a lot of people are too easy to damn the country or the framers or the
I'm not saying we should do that either. And that's the problem, I think, and this is a problem I'm seeing right now. And actually, it's funny because me and Mrs. Antricker were talking about this today about this. And Vile, the Anti-JeopNerdy went well. Actually, it was a lot of fun. Commodore Ty won it hands down, and John DeMarco came in a close second. And LDG had negative points.
No, he didn't. He had more points than me.
No, he didn't. He had more negative points than you had positive points. There's that.
No, I thought he had like 200. I thought I lost.
He had negative 200. Whoa. You had positive 100.
Oh, did he? Did he drop back down? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So, anyway, but we were talking about this earlier today as far as, now I kind of lost my train of thought about the history. And the problem is that Right now, here's what we have in this country. We have a group of activists that are trying to say that we need to alter history so that we highlight all the good things that black people have done throughout history and talk how awesome they are and how wrong this country was for the first couple hundred years of its existence. Basically, trying to make out the founding fathers and most white people in history as the villains and to make most people of color the heroes. Then on the other side of the fence, you have people like Rick Santorum and others who literally think that the founding fathers were frickin' gods, lowercase g, and they could do no wrong, and they were saints and wonderful and perfection incarnate. And so both of these attitudes are dead wrong, in my opinion. What I think history should be is you talk about who the person was, who their parents were, and all that, and what they did. We do not need to throw commentary about whether or not we think George Washington was a jerk. What we do need to talk about is here's what George Washington actually did. Period. We do, and the same thing. And by the way, we do need to, make sure that we're looking at every major accomplishment in American history. Yes, we do not ignore slavery, but in history class, we do not put a judgment call on those things. We talk about slavery as factual. We don't talk about it in terms of right and wrong. That's something you do in an ethics class, not in a history class.
Unfortunately, that's when I was in school. That's pretty much what history was.
Not me. I mean, see, I grew up in California, and as going through the public school system in California, it was all about white man bad.
Yeah,
and the problem is that that's not giving any more accurate history than to say white man good.
Yeah.
What we need to do is say, here's what these people did. And here's how this country was formed, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, I do like what, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be ignoring the chat. I'm not. I've been looking at it, but one thing that I think when we were talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier, what was it? I think it was England DG said, like, what would be woke is if it was like all about white man bad kind of thing. That's where, like when we look at movies like The Last Jedi and how they went out of their way to dumb down all the male characters while elevating all the female characters. Right.
See, there's one part about Falcon and Winter Soldier I actually kind of agree with Bird on, is that despite the fact that the flag smashers were they had a reason for what they were fighting for, they still fought the wrong way. And they still killed.
Yeah. Right, but the Falcon even told her that to her face.
But the thing that bothered me about it, and this is what pissed Bird off, is that they literally basically made the flag smashers as martyrs. They made it look like they were more martyrish than terrorists, but they were terrorists.
I didn't get that vibe at all. I think the fact that they were wrongfully murdered by Zemo, but that's because Zemo is a power phobe.
When the girl, I'm just gonna call her Emphas Nest because that's who she was in Solo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Basically, when she died, and Falcon just comes in like, I know it's Falcon, but he looked like the angel of the U.S. holding her in his arms, putting her on the cart.
But you know what? That imagery was. I think that here's what was going through my mind watching that scene, is that to me what was going through Sam's head is what a tragedy that she chose this path. That she if she had just listened to him and fought for the cause, but not in a terroristic way. What a difference she could have made. I think he sees the loss in that what she was a tragic story of her own making, not that she's a hero and a martyr and all that. I didn't see that at all.
I think he just he did say something similar to that. It's like, even with all the negative shit she did, like the lives she cost, people still rallied up to her cause because they liked the cause, the meaning of her cause.
Well, it's like he said, these people died for this cause. You should think about why. And that's true.
Exactly.
You know, if you, first of all, and this is true of a lot, like you think about things like the IRA in Ireland, right? And you think about various terrorist attacks that happen all around the world. These people are willing to die for various causes, and and it's very easy to say they're terrorists, therefore bad, therefore kill them, and especially if we're the ones under attack. And that's the easy road out. And you know what? From a morality standpoint, I'm not saying that that's necessarily an incorrect line of thinking. However, it is also behoove you to try and understand what drove them to that point. Because if there is some kind of underlying reason and it's a genuine problem, we should look at it. And I'll even point out to what, and I don't care what Bird says, it was a straight up terrorist attack, is what happened to the Capitol building when all those Trump supporters stormed the building. Right? Now, do I think that those people belong in jail? Absolutely. I think every single one of them should be tried and convicted for sedition. And if you don't believe me, you should look at what's well, I know, but I mean, the ones that were actually in the building are guilty of sedition, period.
Even the ones they let in?
If they were, do you know what sedition means?
I don't know sedition, but I do know that the crime was camera shots of them letting them in.
The federal crime. The reason they let them in was because what are you going to? You got 10,000 people storming the building. Are you going to stand there by yourself and try to fight them?
That's their job.
Well, you know what? Say what you want, but you could also try. You could also bring up those people on charges for negligence or dereliction of duty. And that's a whole different thing. But those people that stormed the White House and entered the building are guilty of sedition. Sedition means to basically to plot or attempt to overthrow the government or to take federal property by force. And that is exactly what they did.
They weren't actually trying to take anything. They were just trying to make their voices
first of all, they did take things, and they were armed, and they were prepared to. They were wait. You have a group of people with weapons and restraining devices chanting to hang the vice president while storming the building. Don't tell me that this wasn't by force or any of that.
I understand, but it doesn't help when we can't have a complete thought. And let me complete the sentence here. What I'm trying to say is, I did not see any with actual weapons. Okay, I didn't see them saying hang the whatever. They weren't trying to take over. Now maybe they did. I didn't see that, and that's the problem with this today is that we don't have the full information, and we have people telling their opinion on things they don't have the full information.
There's some things. There's some things that I understand what you're saying, but you know what? They took that building. They did forcibly. I mean, come on. You've seen the footage of them breaking down the doors and breaking the windows.
Yes, I did. Anti-Checker, but they were just doing
Hold on, LD. You were complaining about me not letting you finish.
Go ahead.
They took the building by force. That is not in question. They did do that. That is sedition. Period. And the fact that what they took, and I know like Chief Cook said they stole a notebook, doesn't matter what they took. They took the building. They were trying to occupy the building, and they were successful at it. Now here's what I'm trying to get to here. I think those people are guilty of sedition. Now, if they believe in their cause to the point that they're willing to go to prison for sedition, I have no problem with that. But what then we need to look at is, okay, so why were they doing this? What was the underlying thought behind these people? Now, of course, a lot of people thought that there was fraudulent things that went on in the election. And the problem is that what evidence was presented to that honestly was not really convincing evidence. That's why every single case in every single state was thrown out. Because when people look at the videotape of the guy removing a box of ballots from under a table at one point, right? That's one thing that look at that, right? Here's the problem. There's what you see objectively in front of you versus how you see it, which is that interpreted by your thoughts, values, and beliefs. Now, what happened is a guy took a tub of something from under a table and moved it. That's all we saw. To some people, that is clearly that this guy was bringing in illegitimate ballots that shouldn't have been counted To other people, it's like clearly this guy was just bringing out the next batch of ballots to be counted. Now, the problem is that the videotape doesn't make that distinction. All you see is a guy bringing a tub out from under a table. And yet everybody wants to say this is damning evidence. It's not.
I'll agree. I'll meet you halfway on that, but I also saw evidence, and we got to be careful where you go with this anti-tracker, because YouTube, so you know what about this topic. I've seen them take multiple barrels from underneath tables and count them multiple times. So
and you do know that that a lot of, depending on, and for, this is another problem, is that the process of counting ballots is different in state to state. That some states you take out a bunch of ballots, you count them again, you make sure that you got the right number, because guess what happens? Every time you count them, you get a different number. Because there's always a small margin for error in that. And so that's one of the reasons that some states do require multiple counts of the same ballots. That doesn't necessarily mean that the votes were counted multiple times, right? But then we throw in a lot of rumor and innuendo that was created by one group or another. And by the way, this is the same thing we heard in 2000. And that's the ironic thing about this. You could
the same thing happened in 2000.
Well, except that it's all the opposite. It was the Democrats screaming about it in 2000.
It happened,
and so
both parties.
But here's the problem:
there's
if you
no
can't
transparency.
Well,
transparency would shut everybody up.
You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. But here's the problem. The problem is, okay, we don't have transparency. So how do we do that? Especially in a system where the federal government is not allowed by the Constitution to regulate how the states count it. That means that all 50 states individually need to pass laws to make their ballot counting more transparent. And that's the only way but the problem is they're not going to do that.
Cooperation.
They're not going to do it at all because
cooperate.
Right.
They need to work with the other states, and they need to unify the laws that they make in the individual states to match up with under individual states.
That's never going to happen. That is never going to happen.
No. It could happen. It might not happen, but it
can't happen. It absolutely cannot happen. Not in this.
Happen.
You're never going to get all 50 states to pass a law that says the same thing at the same time. You can't even do that with basic laws. The crime of murder is defined differently in every frickin' state.
It's improbable, but it's just improbable. It's still possible.
Well, sure. Okay, fine. There is a 0.00001% chance of it happening, which basically means it's never going to happen. I mean, I understand it's a nice thing to think of, but it's not going to happen. It's not realistic. In our lifetime, we're not going to see that kind of unity.
If we stand up. Nothing.
Have a good one, Thomas. We're going to wrap up in a second anyway.
Yeah, nothing happens in this country unless the people actually unite. We're the ones who make it happen.
But that's the problem is that the people...
But we could.
But the people are all hung up on the two parties, right? You have...
we're being shot up against us.
No, we have half...
They have us going against each other.
Right. They have half this country paranoid thinking the Democrats are going to ruin the country, and the other half of the country paranoid thinking the Republicans are going to ruin the country, without thinking about the fact that the Democrats and the Republicans are working, basically against. They're just keeping us focused on each other so they can maintain power. Because the last thing they
can do their own power.
Right.
Yes.
Because they don't want people to pay attention to the libertarians or whoever in order to actually make change. And so that's why, honestly, the problem is that as long as everybody says my party good, that party bad, it's never going to be fixed. Never. As long as people continue to say, oh, sure, there's problems, but my party's not as bad as their party, the problems are not going to get fixed. Period. Because we're all obsessed about Democrats versus Republicans. And that's not going to change anytime soon unless, and here's me being a prophet here for a second. I really do think that that Donald Trump's presidency is going to end the Republican Party. I think that because of what happened with Trump, because of the fact that Trump went so over the top and so far in some issues, and the fact that the White House was literally stormed, and you still have people that are Republican spokespeople and stuff trying to say how awesome they were and their heroes and all that. The fact that is still going on, I think the Republican Party is going to see less and less support over the next few elections. And I think that eventually the Republican Party is going to fade away, because as long as there are Republicans that are going to hold on to saying that Trump is the greatest president ever, that's doom for the Republican Party. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily a good thing, because I technically agree with the Republicans more than the Democrats. But if the Republican Party collapses, guess what? Another party is going to fill that void, most likely the Libertarians. And if the Libertarians do fill that void, we may see some real change. That's what I hope for, but we'll see. Anyway, fun argument, but not something we're going to solve here on this panel. I mean, that's just unfortunately the way it goes. And no, John, I will never vote for Kathleen Kennedy for president. And who just dropped off? I just
Positive candor.
Oh, positive candor. I'm sorry. He probably hated the politics. I'm sorry. Did not mean to go that direction. Anyway, but guys, have a great night. We're going to do Jeopardy again in 2 weeks and less politics. So, LD, I love you, man, but that's not what this channel's about. And so thank you all for hanging out with me, and all you in the audience, thank you for hanging out with us. And so with that, have a great night and take care, and say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Be good.
Good night.
Cinnabon, make America female.